A very good morning. Now I'm going to discuss about evolution of IoT. Myself, Dr. N.A.S. Vinod, Assistant Professor, Department of Computing Technologies, School of Computing, SRMIST, Katankulattu. We look at the Internet of Things, where the word Internet, the word things. First we see what is Internet. As we all know very well, the Internet is a global network of computers connected together. With this internet, it is possible to access informations and also it is possible to communicate with anyone else. Comes to the things where the physical objects. So whatever the things that is objects present in the world, we'll be calling it as things here. So the Internet of Things is a network of physical objects or things embedded with electronics, softwares, sensors, and network connectivity. It enables these objects, that is these things, to collect and exchange data between them. So they can collect the data and they can possibly exchange the data between them. And it allows the objects to be sensed. It will be sensed and controlled. Can control remotely across in the existing network infrastructure. It creates an opportunities for more direct integration between the physical world and computer-based systems. It results in improved efficiency, accuracy, and which is more economically benefit. The IoT is everywhere. The saying IoT is everywhere. So this IoT, that is when the physical objects are embedded with sensors, software and other technologies for the purpose of connecting and exchanging the data or information, which is there in many things. If you look at this image where you can see a lot of things where the IoT is embedded. And this Internet of Things describes the devices with sensors. They can process themselves, that is they have the processing ability, and the software and other technologies. So these things were inbuilt in here. And if you look at this one, this where the IoT becomes increasingly essential for business operations. So where you can see IoT in the microwave oven, then air conditioner, and then in electric bulbs, computers, wherever, washing machine, whatever. So the things which we are using in our day-to-day life, which all comes with the IoT. So this IoT becomes increasingly essential for business operations. The need to deploy IoT applications everywhere puts greater emphasis on wireless connectivity of all types, which includes cellular, satellite, and Wi-Fi. There were numerous IoT constellations are now deployed or being deployed. And 5G rollout is putting cellular IoT on steroids. Private cellular networking is now hugely attractive for enterprises of IoT. And Wi-Fi has graduated to Wi-Fi 6 and soon Wi-Fi 7 will come. Comes to Internet of Things. The things in the IoT can sense, can refer to wide variety of devices, which includes health monitoring in plants, biochip transporters on farm animals, electric lamps in coastal waters, automobiles with built-in sensors, environmental food pathogen monitoring or field operations. These devices can collect the data which is useful with the help of various existing technologies and then autonomously flows the data between other devices. Comes to the IoT components. Here the IoT components were mentioned here. The first thing is sensors. The sensor to sense. The device has to sense. Then the connectivity. When the device sensing somewhere and we are controlling here. Some comes to the IoT components. The IoT components which mentioned here, the sensors, connectivity, middleware or IoT platform, then applications. Comes to the sensor. Sensor will sense the device and which gives the data to the gateway. What is gateway? Gateway is nothing but the one where the kind of data pre-processing were done, and the gateway also acts as a security for the network as well as the data transmitted over the network. Then there is a cloud where the data being collected will be uploaded into cloud, and cloud, as we know, is basically a set of servers connected to the internet. Then data analytics will be done after receiving the data, where cloud processing done, then various algorithms are applied here for proper analysis of data. For example, techniques like machine learning will be applied to do the data analytics process. Then we have a middleware or IoT platform, and then we have an applications to interact with the device. So where user interface will be there, the user can interact with the device, and the user end application where user can monitor or control the data. Now, the evolution of communication. Communication. Actually, the communication started earlier in 1876, where they have done with single purpose point-to-point communication, where they have done single purpose point-to-point communication using telephony in 1876, which was predated by telegraph in 1844. Later in 1876, it was named it as telephony. Then comes to cross-industry experimentation, where M2M comes in 1912. They have done with telemetry. Then in 1935, they've used radar tracking in military defense application. And then in 1951, they have done product tracking using barcode reader. Then in 1968, they have done telecom advancements with caller ID. Then the network accelerated innovation comes in the next era of 1980, which started in 1980, where remote monitoring happened with vending machine monitored via ARPANET. Then in 1990, TCP IP comes, where first toaster connected to internet by John Romke. And in 1993, the GPS comes, where the first GPS capability arrived. And in 1999, RFID tracking comes, where Cisco announces the age of IoT as a part of RFID tech release. Then in 2001, 3G comes, and in 2007, iPhone comes with breakthrough device by Steve Jobs, and in 2008, the scaled AWS and Azure LAAS comes. Then 2010, 4G, where in 2016, the LoRaWAN, NB-IoT, LTE, and in 2017, IP version 6 comes. Later, in 2019, 5G comes. Then, in 2021, 5G IoT comes. And in 2024, currently, we have 5G IoT, LEO services with 4G Lite, LTE peak. And in 2026, may 5G plus edge plus blockchain becomes with edge infra expansion and 5G IoT blockchain ramp. And in 2028, Y2Q may come with post-quantum world. This is what the complete evolution of communication. You see the evolution of IoT. The evolution of Internet of Things comes in several stages. Very first, when pre-internet comes, where human-to-human interaction takes place with fixed and mobile telephony, also with SMS. Then it moved on to the Internet of Content, where www World Wide Web comes. There we focused on email, then information, and then entertainment. These three comes with Internet of Content in World Wide Web. Then it moves on to the smart IT platforms and services through the Internet of Services, where Web 2.0 arrives with e-productivity and e-commerce. So where we started the online shopping, then the Internet of People comes, and where the social media applications like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Skype, YouTube, etc. comes, where people started communicating with themselves. Then comes to the Internet of Things, where machine-to-machine communication takes place, where the identification, tracking, monitoring, metering done. Then semantically structured and shared data were arrived with smart data and ambient context.